4 a.m. wake-up call. It's 4:30. We have just pulled out of our slip at Elliott Bay, and we're trying to get a nice and early start because there's some heavy winds coming, like 20 to 30 knots this afternoon. So we want to get through the Strait of Juan to Fuca, hopefully before it gets really bad, and then we'll play it by ear from there. We're not sure if we're going to actually go all the way yet to Tofino or to Barclay Sound. It all depend on just how lumpy things are and how the dogs are doing. So looks like a beautiful day here in the Pacific Northwest, with the exception of a little wind. So wish us luck. How do you feel this morning?
Good. Feel real good. Just hoping the boating goes smoothly and we can beat the weather that we're trying to sort of stay in front of. Which is a little hard to do on a trawler when you're only doing 7.5 knots, but we don't need to run by a rigid schedule, so boat as long as it's comfortable, and if we need to duck out, we'll duck out and let the storm pass and hopefully find another opportunity.
Shallow traffic, tucked.
Original plan was to get a little bit of a later start. We were looking to leave originally around 10 o'clock and do a full 24-hour run out to the Barclay Sound area. And our later departure was planned so that we would arrive in Barclay Sound in the morning hours. But we're tracking some winds that are coming into the Strait of Juan to Fuca this evening, and we're trying to see if we can sort of push ahead of those, or at least get some decent mileage out of the boat today, and then maybe stay in Suc for the night, and then get up early again tomorrow and keep progressing forward. So we're playing today a little bit by ear. Headed north right now. Our first stop will be Victoria, Canada, to check in. So I anticipate we'll be there in about 8 hours from now, so just a little bit after lunchtime. We'll get our check-in done, and then we'll duck back out onto the Strait and see what it looks like. Right now we're doing about 7.5 knots, so very little tide influence. It's just at about the bottom of low tide, so it'll switch in a couple hours. So we'll probably be taking a head current for a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad.
Good copy, thank you.
Co-pilot Sully, navigating as he does. And of course Sandy. here we're looking at predict wind, and the reason why there's two maps mirrored on the left and right hand side of the screen is each map is running a different forecast model, so you can do a comparison between models, only because of different reporting sites may report things a little bit differently. So we're down in this area of Seattle, and our goal is to come through the Strait and get up into the Barkley Sound area, which is where my mouse is now. And we're trying to get ahead of all this wind, so where it's getting real red right now is signifying that there's strong wind. So if I back this up, it's Friday now, so this blue all represents very light winds. So it's, you know, about 5 knots of wind in the blue color. And
That's right now.
yeah, right now is Friday, so we're going to be dealing with some of this yellow, this building wind in the Strait today. And then tomorrow morning we'll be dealing with the wind picking up a little bit. So starting to see some orange and just a tinge of red. But you'll see come Sunday, it really builds in with strong wind, and it lasts Sunday through about Tuesday. So if we're not able to make a run out there today into tomorrow, then we'd likely be stuck until about Wednesday before we'd have our next opportunity for a comfortable ride.
Boo. It's almost 2 o'clock, so we are almost 10 hours into our trip, and it felt like nothing. I took a 2-hour nap this morning at about 7:30 after waking up at 4. Sean took about a 20-minute nap, and all of a sudden 10 hours go by. We're pulling into Victoria pretty soon here in about 20 minutes, and we'll check into Canada, and then we'll start making our way out into the Strait of Juan to Fuca, and hopefully all is well there. There's about 15 knots of wind hitting us at our port side, so hopefully as we head up, do you think we'll be straight into the waves?
Yeah, right now it looked like it was 20 knots sustained with gusts up to 30.
20 knots sustained, gusts up to 30. Doesn't sound fun, but you know, we'll play it by ear and see how it goes. Oh, how are you doing? We are waiting here at the customs dock in Victoria to check in, and it's been close to an hour now of being on the phone waiting. You can also come and just call that phone over there. We pulled up because we're hoping to run the dogs up and have them go out and go to the bathroom and get everything out of their system, because our next trek from here is about 14 hours, so we want them to be good to go. But kind of a big pain when you have to waste an hour waiting on the phone just to check into customs. So hopefully any moment now we'll be checked in and these guys can go potty and poop, and we'll be on our way to Tofino. Okay, so we learned something. You cannot get out from that customs gate. It's locked. It's only for authorized customs patrol agents to come through, so we are leaving. We are just gonna head north, 14 hours, and the dogs better be good. Off to Tofino we go. Okay. Second time's a charm. Day 2. We did not make it to Tofino yesterday. We had 30 knot gusts of wind. The boat ride was pretty gnarly. It was bad. And it would have gone on for hours. The wind wasn't supposed to let up until midnight, and even we ducked into an anchorage here about 2 hours north of Victoria, Becker Bay, and both Sean and I were woken up in the middle of the night. We were pretty much up all night because it was like rolling waves in this anchorage. It's not a great anchorage. Come on, Sandy. So we're giving it one more go right now. We've got 4 knots of wind. It feels like it's not outside. It feels a little windier, so we're gonna head out onto the Strait of Juan to Fuca and give it another go. If it doesn't work today, we might not be going to Tofino. So we're headed out for another 15 hours, and God, I'm really fingers crossed. I'm hoping this works because we really want to get there and don't want to go to Plan C. We're not even sure what that is yet. Feeling confident?
Not super.
Yeah. The wind outside feels and looks more than it is. It's reading like 4 knots or something. One thing I learned yesterday, if anything good came from this, we are going to stuff our liquor cabinet with a pillow. So yesterday, all the stuff, it stayed upright, but it was clanging so bad. This was stressing us out more than anything. So I'm going to stuff a pillow in here. So we're about half hour in. So far, so good. It's not that bad. Hopefully I'm not speaking too soon, but fingers crossed this might be as worse as it gets. So we'll see. 14 and a half more hours to go.
Well-deserved beer.
Yeah.
After 16 hours on the high seas.
Did it go fast?
Yeah, not too bad. How about for you?
Last 4 hours not so good.
Yeah.
It went fast though, I have to say.
Glad we're here.
Yeah. Favorite spot.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and give us a big old thumbs up if you like this video. And don't forget to click that handy notification bell to be the first to know about our next adventure. Like part 2 of our trip to Tofino, where we test out our new scooters, hit up a surfer's paradise, eat ice cream of course, before leaving in a complete downpour. See you next time!